Hello folks! Welcome to Poly Champions YouTube. This is a 1v1 replay review using the new Path of the Ocean update. You'll see how placement of ports is critical, how to keep your rafts safe, and why getting units on the water isn't as important as having the stars to upgrade them. Okay, let's watch the replay. Hello, I'm eSpark. I'm the leader of the Arctic Wolves and a junior on the Huskies. And with me today is Joy D. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Joy D. I'm a junior player on Arctic Wolves. So I play Polytopia, competitive, maybe 2 years.
This is a 1v1 Imperius contents map using the new Path of the Ocean update. Yay! And it's versus Vorse. He's a very experienced and skilled player. He's now on the Ronin team. This game is from the Poly Champions High Roller Tournament that's going on in December and January. The event is open to anybody, but you do need to join our Discord server to participate. A link to the Discord is in the description. Okay, let's get into the spawns, right? So Vorse is the host. He's blue. What do you think of this spawn? 3 fruit? It's okay. Could be better. Could be worse.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent spot. Enough to get a good start, I think.
Oh, and this is a continents map, which, from what I understand, the capitals are more likely to spawn on the coast. All right, so then
Yes.
let's see your spawn. Are you also on the coast? Let's see. Yes, there you are on the coast.
Yeah, my spot was also quite okay with possibly port access. So yeah.
Yeah, very similar. So I imagine you both take workshops, right? That's pretty standard. Get a second warrior, explore. So yeah, it looks at this point very similar, but Vorse finds a ruin. That's interesting.
Yeah, me later too.
Now let's look at this. You took a tech. You got sailing. Talk about that.
I took sailing because continents or the water maps, or the ports are very, very important to get the water access very soon. So before tech cost increase, I took the tech before and want to move as quickly as possible to the water to get the naval upper hand.
And you take a workshop there.
Yes.
Vorse also now, so Vorse gets sailing and fishing on turn 4. What do you think of that?
Yes, he also has one city, right? Yes. So instead of 8 stars costs, he spent all his stars to get the tech for 6 stars. So it's a good idea, I think.
Yeah. And we'll see if it pays off. Because I
Yeah.
noticed what he does here is he gets, you'd think he might get a workshop, but no, he gets an explorer, but he has that deep water tech. So his explorer can go into the ocean. I think he wanted to meet you so he could get stars, but he doesn't. He doesn't find you.
Yes, I think the map is too large for Explorer maybe on this turn. Maybe he should wait with this, but also he sees a landmass on the left side, and also glad with border connections, so he is not forced to go to the water with a raft or something like that to reach another city. He could also go with the warrior.
He doesn't need to get onto the water to get more villages. He could send a warrior to walk over to the west. But he got the tech for it, so he could make scouts, like with fishing. We'll see. I just thought it was an interesting choice that he got both techs before the explorer to try and get the deep water vision, maybe even find your territory and get meeting stars.
Yes. But luckily for me, he didn't meet me.
Yeah. So, okay, talk about this turn. You put down your ports and you get connections.
Right. So the capital get 2 population and 1 fruit, so I could easily upgrade it. And the second city I also could upgrade it.
Now you
And
get
that's
climbing so you can get the ruin. I agree with that. I always try to get if I have see a mountain ruin, I think it's worth it to get climbing. It usually pays off. I mean, it is a risk, but it usually works out. Yeah.
it was a kind of gambling, but I think the ruin means also that there's no explorer. Yeah, stars or attack would be great, so I think it was worthwhile.
Mhm. And then so this is interesting. Vorse gets climbing from his ruin, which is probably not the most useful tech for him for this situation.
Yes.
But, oh, the other thing I noticed that he does here, though, he puts a unit in a raft. We were
Yes.
talking about before how he has this whole other land in the west that he could have
Mm.
got to just by going on with a warrior. He didn't need to go on the ocean yet, but he decided, no, he's getting on the water. He makes a raft.
I also see he built his port before leveling up the city. Is this right? Or
There's a little bit of a visual bug here. He shouldn't have access to the water farm, but he
I
does have fishing and org. So yeah, I was looking at that too. So he
yeah,
could
here
he could have
it
used the
was
fish and the 2
yes.
fruit.
Then he cannot get a port anymore because he get only 5 stars back and would have 6 if he would level up.
Yeah,
I
so
see, I
he
see.
made the
So,
choice that he would
yeah.
rather have the port and the raft than
Mm,
upgrade. He could have gotten 5 stars back, but he chose to do the port and the raft instead. Mhm.
yes, yes. I think his intention was maybe that he got the scout and maybe reach the city faster than he would do with the warrior.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. So here now this is you get strategy. You get strategy from the ruins, so now
Yeah,
you can make defenders.
yeah, that was a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I think that was actually a really fortunate thing to get from the ruin of all the things you could have gotten because defenders make really strong naval units.
Yeah, so they can also not got one hit by a rammer, the scouts.
Mhm.
So that was a very good thing from the ruin.
So here, look, Vorse decides not to upgrade the raft. He moves the raft onto the starfish. You can see he's going for the starfish,
Hmm.
and he makes a port next to his capital to connect. But he doesn't have any stars left, so it takes all his stars to do that. So he has this hanging population. Both his capital and that other city have 2 population, but they didn't upgrade, which I don't know. I think that might have been a mistake. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, he probably should upgrade first because he would gain 1 more stars than before.
Yeah, I think I would have upgraded this restless city with the fruit
Yes,
and then
yes,
maybe
yes.
gotten a workshop in this south one and wait to put the port later. I don't know. I don't know. Hanging population drives me crazy. When I see 2 things like that and the city's not upgraded, it's like so aggravating to me.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. So I also don't know why he put his raft on this starfish because attack cost for a battleship would be more.
Yeah, it's 13 for navigation, but you only get
Yeah,
10. Maybe he's thinking about this other starfish. There's another one there. So maybe he thinks he can get that one and it'll pay off.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think I count. He gets 2 fruits on both cities next turn. That would be
Oh, let me
five,
see.
4 stars cost, and he would gain 10 back. Maybe that would be 13.
Mhm. But
Uh,
the thing is, right, so he has his raft out in the ocean. He cannot upgrade it anymore. It has to stay
yes,
a raft. Whereas you can see you're very careful to keep your rafts within your borders. So you still have the option to upgrade them, right? Because in this current version of the game, you cannot upgrade outside your borders. You can only upgrade naval units within your own waters.
yes, yes. And the rafts are pretty defenseless. So I try to build some rafts and upgrade them first and then go into the water.
So yeah, here we see Vorsk does get the navigation for the starfish. He
Yeah.
also moves onto the mountain to see the lighthouse. That gives him 1 population, but it doesn't really help. Again, this hanging population drives me nuts. And then, yeah, he moves his raft into the deep ocean, but
Mm.
you can't do anything with the raft once it's not out of your water. So I'm not sure what he was doing there.
Yeah, and that was kind of risky. Yeah. I also know that there has to be a landmass, um, potentially him, because of the fish there. I have to be carefully plan my moves, and yes,
Yeah, exactly. You know, there has to be some land adjacent to those shallow tiles, and there has to be some land there. So you suspect, oh, maybe Vorse is over there. I mean, he
yes,
could be in the north, but it's unlikely. He could be in the west,
yeah,
but yeah, you got to be careful with. There's some land over there. So you get a scout, and now you see his raft. Yeah,
yes,
and oh, look at all this vision. You can see. Oh, hello. There you find him, and you
yeah.
attack. Yeah.
So having the option to prevent his raft.
Oh, you kill his
Y-
raft when you
Yeah,
go
I
back.
also
Yeah.
killed the raft inside his borders,
Mm-hmm.
because he is not able to build his army, and the raft outside of his borders are not that important for me in this turn because it can't do anything. So I focused on the rafts and ships on his border.
That makes sense. Yeah, because the rafts that are outside his border are not a threat. They can't do anything.
Yes,
So instead,
yes,
you target the rafts that are in his border, but it doesn't have any defense, but you can kill it and then he can't upgrade it the next turn, right? That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
And so he moves the raft back into
yeah.
his border. Right?
Yeah, and he has also no vision on me,
Mhm.
but I have vision on him, so that's also a kind tricky for him.
Mhm. He gets aquaculture now. And he's
Mm,
thinking to make rammers. He's gotta make some type
yes,
of naval unit to go after your scouts. So what happens next? Oh, bye-bye,
yeah,
rammer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good thing with the scouts. They have a good vision and they have a huge movement. And with potential view, yeah, I see. Okay, I only need 3 scouts to kill his
Mhm.
rammer.
Yeah.
And I think the continents maps is a kind tricky. I tried to move my scout a little bit away from his landmass
Mm.
because I don't know if he has other rammers in his backhand. In the
Yeah.
tiles I didn't see, so they could easily get my scouts away. So I move them, yeah, north.
Mhm. Yeah, protect them in case there were rammers hiding in the fog or
Yeah,
somewhere you couldn't see. And I bet you get a workshop in the east? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, and then what does Vorst do next? So he's putting more ships, he makes a rammer, and then he attacks you. Yeah. Bye-bye. So you move to safety, yeah, because yeah, you can kill him from a distance. Do
yeah,
you upgrade in the east? Get a 5 stars back probably? Yeah. Oh,
yeah. I
oh,
skipped that, but that was a mistake from mine. I was too focused on his ships and rafts and so on.
yes, you could have used the 3 fish to upgrade to level 3 and get 5 stars back, plus the 1 star per turn in income.
You always should do that to
Yeah,
upgrade
you should
the
own but
city.
it's
Uh,
one of the top mistakes that players make, so don't feel
yeah.
so bad. Alright, so what happens next? So now he still has rammers, he attacked your raft, so that was smart,
Mhm.
but at this point, you just have more control of the water, I think. But he still has that whole land in the west that if he could get over there and claim those villages and build up his economy, he could have more cities than you.
Yes, yes. Maybe it was also um, of the spot of the ports, sometimes it's good to put them back instead of in front, the central. So the opponent might not see him or his building ships.
Yeah, but I think here, right, if he had put his port back, he might have blocked
Mhm.
the fish or the aqua
Oh yeah,
farm. So that is
yeah.
a tricky thing with this new
Tricky
update,
decision.
right?
Yes, yes,
Sometimes
yes.
players have to sacrifice the aqua farm or the fish to get a port. It's a choice.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes it's a better way to put the ports on a tile where a fish is,
Mm.
if it's better for the own strategy, or if you think there is scout or another naval unit in the water
Mhm.
from the opponent.
Yeah, it might
So
be
sometimes
safer.
it does make sense, yes.
And it looks like now you upgraded this and got the 3 stars back.
Yeah.
And then you put more units in the water, and he just gets more of his rammers out. He's still stuck on this landmass in the south, though. He hasn't got it. Now you landed your warrior here. You're gonna start claiming all those resources on that western continent.
Yes, and I got
You got
stars.
stars! Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was decision of this match, I think. The
Yeah.
stars gives me a huge advantage now.
And here you pick population.
Yes,
Oh, and you got aquaculture. I see. And that allows you to get that aqua farm.
yes,
And there's the giant.
and the giant.
You didn't upgrade your raft. You sending it north to just scout? Look, I mean, I shouldn't say scout, to explore.
Because I already see the most of the map,
Mhm.
and upgrade costs 5 stars, and if I see there's no opponent surrounded me, yeah, Rev can do the job of the scouts here.
Yeah, you don't
There's
need
no
to
threat.
upgrade
Yeah.
it. You just can use a raft.
Yeah.
There's
And one
something.
thing I really did this turn, what's was a good move, what I said
Mhm.
before, put the rafts there, or to hide the raft there, because I see he built a rammer, and
Mhm.
he could easily knock this raft out if I would let it there.
Mhm.
So I
You mean
decided to push it
this one
back.
here? This raft?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, talk about this.
The scout with 1 HP isn't a threat for him.
Mhm.
And I think he would move to my city, and
Mhm.
he could. I don't think he could destroy my raft, but nearly destroy it. So I move it back, and I suggest that he will move on my city with his rammer.
But if your raft is here, you can't upgrade it. How are you gonna upgrade it?
Yeah, we will see this next turn. That
Oh.
was planned.
You planned this out. Okay, Vorse upgrades. Look, now
Yeah,
he's making his raft in a safe spot where you can't hit him, although you do have a scout coming, but he's making them more in the back where it's
yeah.
safe.
And here's a ruin there also. So
Mm,
if you would know that earlier.
let's see. Do you do that? Oh, you get your juggernaut. Mhm.
Mhm. With upgrading and
Oh.
taking border growth.
Oh, border growth. Hey. Oh, wow, that's smart. Okay, so you planned that. You're like, I'm gonna put my
Yeah,
raft there, and next turn I'm gonna expand borders. Okay, let's see. Boom. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Tell me about this.
yeah. Because I have much vision, I I was thinking what he will do with his rammer in
Mhm.
the turn before.
Let me go back. Right, you said before he wouldn't attack your 1 HP scout since it's not a threat, and he'd likely send the rammer towards your city.
I think his rammer will go to my city,
Mhm.
and to prevent that he destroys my raft, I put it backyards because I
Mhm.
saw my stars and count. I already have my agriculture on water, so I can get
Mhm.
water grow easily.
Mhm.
Yes, and can upgrade it later. So
Yeah, that
next
makes
turn.
sense. So, because you already have the aquaculture tech, so you put
Yes,
the raft here where it's safe, and you know that next turn you'll have 20 stars, and you can spend
yes,
10 stars on the 2 aqua farms and expand borders, And then
Yes.
once the border is expanded, that raft can be upgraded, which you do, and you turn it into a rammer? Oh, yes, and then you kill the
Yes.
other rammer. Wow.
And
I
it's
like that. I really like that.
yeah, it was kinda smart move in this turn.
The other thing that I like, expanding the border cuts
Yes.
off the connection between Vorse's capital and this other city. Let's just go back and look at that. So here he has the little, what do you call that? Water roads or trade routes. You can see there's a connection.
Yes.
And then once you expand the borders, that's gone. He doesn't
A
have that, and
disconnect.
this city loses that population.
Yeah, and the other city
Oh
in his
yeah.
back also, and his capital also two populations.
Mhm.
If he want to get the giant next turn, it gets also very difficult. Maybe
Yeah, I
I
don't see
don't.
how he could get a giant. Mm-mm.
Yes, especially now with the border growth.
Mhm. Yeah, and you really got control of the map, like, you're already moving on to this, yeah, this
Yes, yes,
continent on the west, even though he sieged it, so he landed a warrior in there?
yes, yes. But I already have had view on his capital,
Mhm.
so that was very, very hard for him to defend it because all my water units now are attacking
Mhm.
his capital.
Yeah, you have this city on the west, you've got 2 giants, one's already in a juggernaut, one's coming, he doesn't have any giants left.
Yes,
Yeah, so you really have more control, and it looks like here, turn 15, he resigns,
yeah.
I think.
I think he resigns because he said then the juggernaut.
Yeah. So, yeah, very cool. I really like this game. I really like the use of that border expansion. Um, and I think just way back in the beginning, your decision to focus mainly on building your economy, where Vorse went on the water really early.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't think it paid off because he sent all those rafts out, right, in the
Right.
beginning, but it didn't pay off. What do you think?
Uh, I I I think to with another update, it is necessary to scout the land in front of you
Hmm.
and to see if there's any threat for you. If you don't see any opponent, maybe a raft to scout also can be a possibility, but move the raft before scouts is was too risky here. Maybe not the game changer, but give his advantage away
Hmm.
in the beginning. It is not the water access alone. You
Hmm.
also have to enough stars to upgrade your rafts.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not enough to have a raft. You need to have the economy
Yes,
and the stars to upgrade that raft because sending out a
yes, yes,
defenseless raft without knowing what's out there is a risk. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay, this was really great. Thank you so much for talking me through this.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, have a nice day.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. To compete in the 1v1 tournament or to get on a team, join our Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description. Want to hear what the developers' plans are for Polytopia? Watch our Q&A session with a dev. Okay, take care. See you on the next one.